Hey everybody, I just saw a Glass movie last night. Some of you may have seen my review of it. If you didn't, the link is below. But there is a split, pun intended, between critics who've reviewed Glass and fans like myself who've seen it. Critics largely hate it, fans love it. I'm one of them who's loved it. That makes Glass, of the three movies in the Eastrail 177 trilogy, easily the most controversial of the three. But why is that, aside from the fact that there is this division between critics and fans? It's the ending. And it's not enough to say it's the ending. People have described the ending, well, they haven't even done that. They have explained that how the ending made them feel, or how they thought about the ending, but they didn't explain what it was about the ending that caused them to either like or dislike Glass. The ending, in my view, is a sad, sad closing to the lives of characters we care about. It's sad. It is sad. I'm giving away a spoiler here. It's sad to see Kevin Wendell Crumb, Elijah Price, and David Dunn killed. These are all characters that were incredibly sympathetic, and they were painted in the movie in incredibly sympathetic ways. For example, Samuel L. Jackson's Elijah Price was really close to his mother. There was nothing he wouldn't do for his mother. And at the end of the day, he wanted to feel that he mattered. He wanted his mom to see what he could do. He wanted his mother to be proud of him. That was really what he was about. He wanted his mother to see that he was truly whole, that he mattered. That theme, it didn't echo, it screamed loud throughout Glass. And then Dave Dunn simply was a good person punishing people who were doing very bad things. And yet he was killed because he killed people who had killed other people for very bad reasons. Dunn killed people for arguably good reasons. That's a really, really, really deep thought to digest, but that's a large part of the Eastrail 177 trilogy. And then we come to the Horde, managed by Kevin Wendell Crumb and protected by the Beast. 24, or if you like, 25 separate and distinct personalities. Pick them: Dennis, Patricia, and of course, the aforementioned Beast, and Kevin Wendell Crumb. Which one do you reach? But how did they form? And we realize that they form because Kevin Wendell Crumb was severely abused as a child by a mother who would take a hot iron and burn it on his skin, put him in a basement and trapped him. He had every bad thing you could think of that could happen to a child with a parent, a mother, done to him. So think about that contrast. You got Samuel L. Jackson, who truly loves his mother and is protected by his mother, and then Kevin Wendell Crumb, whose mother was just outright abusive toward him completely. However, you would say, why would Kevin Wendell Crumb and Elijah Price bond? And they bonded because their wounds were, Kevin Wendell Crumb's wounds were emotional, whereas Samuel L. Jackson's wounds were physical. But they were both wounded. They were both broken in different ways, okay? Now, they were broken people. So they easily bonded very quickly and sought to work together. However, Dave Dunn was not broken. He was unbreakable, solid. But a person who is the polar opposite of the broken people who wanted to do bad. You had this whole unbroken person who wanted to do good, who is basically, in a sense, like oil and water, not mixing well with the broken. That storyline is an umbrella that covers over the fact that all of them, because we know their stories, are sympathetic characters. And what it signifies is just how well written this. What it simplifies is how well written this movie was. It was incredibly well done, Glass, without question. Incredibly well done. So the ending is a sad end of life. It's an end of life, and it's done in a way where you feel like you want to cry and you should cry. And then when you find out that it's the society that's running on doing this, you're like, mad. Why? Okay? But when you start to accept the ending and think about it, in the universe that Shamalan has created, it was a logical ending, a sad one. There could have been others, certainly. It could have been one where they simply had a battle, and after the battle they had a sort of a come to Jesus understanding. But we would still have been left with another story which could have led to a sequel of the proper adjudication of each one of them for their actions. David Dunn for his actions of vigilantism. Of course, the mastermind that is Samuel L. Jackson for having escaped from prison, okay? And we have Kevin Wendell Crumb and the many women that he's killed, girls he killed, abducted and killed, all right? And he never had to stand trial to deal with because he was running loose. So if you think about it, what I just presented, the ending is actually a better one from the perspective of how those characters go out, all right? There's a lot to unpack with this movie, there really is. But that's why I believe critics completely missed the boat. They didn't see Unbreakable and Split. You have to see Unbreakable and Split to get Glass. There are scenes in Glass that you're only going to understand if you've seen Unbreakable and Split. That's it. You have to. And if you're a critic and you haven't done that, you've done a disservice to us all.